G'day, this is Blxz and welcome back to Geneforge 5. Well, having failed that previous quest by having the quest giver get killed, we're going to just keep on keeping on. We're going to head on further and see what else we find in here. Clawbacks. Yeah, it's not going well so far. This is not looking good so far. It's gonna end in tears, I reckon. Yep, not going well. Yeah, I'll pull through. Good money there. Okay, it goes west to the Mirkwood. This is the Hobbit. I'm going to try and clear out, through this walkthrough, I'm going to try and clear out each map systematically. In the first area I kind of jumped around and tried to explore a bit too quickly. But while recording, I really got to be more methodical. Otherwise, I'm going to miss too many quests like I did in that first bit. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. So this is a Vleesh. Very, very dangerous enemy. At least in the early to mid parts of the game. Okay. Here goes Alhoon. Okay, I'm really killing off my creations quite quickly here. I swear I'm not meaning to. I'm not normally this callous, but it's just not going very well so far. Bloody Fiora. Oh well, I can solo this thing. Here we go. I'm going to have to head back all over again. I'm going to get strength up 1 just so I can carry a bit more equipment when I wear it. And I'm going to work on... I'm going to stick a point in mental. No. I actually have no idea how I'm going to build this character, but I want it to be a very supporting heavy character. Shaping and support heavy. So let's go Blessing Magic for now. I can do mental if I ever actually find something that needs it. Oh no 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 no. It's not going very well so far. I've not focused enough on combat, I don't think. reckon it's time to build up my Fiora army a little bit. Okay, so we're going to create Chesrook, and we're going to create Bormak. And I've got a little bit left. Let's take a punt on this. I'll create Alhoon as well. Chesrook. Bormak and Alhoon. So I'm a lot more on the combat now. My character was never particularly good at carrying the load. So let's go take out these roamers. I've got a lot less essence though for healing now, so I have to try and protect my characters a little bit more here. My creations. Because they won't quite be able to tank as much as they did before. I'm going to switch back to a purely energy based one. Don't want to waste any essence because I will need it for healing. Yeah, all that for not very much. Doesn't matter, onwards we go. Fens, Unbound. Okay, I have to be careful. I actually have never encountered an Unbound. I haven't yet finished my personal playthrough of Geneforge 4, so I haven't reached the Unbound just yet. So I've yet to see one in battle. Leads to the Fen. It's a beautiful map though, absolutely stunning map. It really moved on from the Geneforge 1 days. But let's finish out this area first. Check to the east, see what we find. Lots of people. There is a small band of soldiers guarding the farmlands just to the west of the city of Mera. It isn't surprising that they have a patrol out here, though it seems to be keeping oddly close to the city. When the ranking soldier sees you, she immediately waves for you to halt. I'm Sergeant Tasha of Mera. You are a stranger here, maybe a spy. I'll need to see some papers of transit, or you're going to have a problem. Here's my papers. She takes the papers and inspects them. From Shaper Rawal, eh? Another good reason not to trust you. She hands the papers back to you. They have a councillor's signature. I'm not going to take the risk of turning you away. You may pass, but I'll make sure the guards watch you every moment. Why don't you tell me more about Mera? She points to the east. That's it. Go in, you can see more. I'm not your guide. Yeah, okay. She's not very cooperative. Oh, they've redone the orcs in this one. They're grey looking, look like armadillos or something. They used to look like sort of orangey pink pigs in the previous games. When you get close to this building, you feel a strange chill. You notice there are far fewer footprints on the ground here. The serviles have been staying away from here. Ooh, we got a ghost or something. Nope, nope. Just a leash. Oh, and it's a canister. Brilliant. Okay. Still getting experience. As you level up, weaker enemies give you less and less experience. So it can eventually just become a slog to kill them for very little reward. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. At the moment grinding is worthwhile, but it may not be useful later. Ice spray. 50 energy, no essence. I actually am probably going to... Ooh, I'm actually very weak. No! No! I hit the spacebar when it was my turn. Okay, how far back am I going? Far enough. Okay. If I can hit you... Oh. That's unlucky. Trying to take this thing down first. Here we go. Now I'm going to win. Again, if I can hit. Surprisingly good chance of missing at 80% for some reason. Okay. Ice spray. Be my new primary attack. Let's move into the Mera. So I loot everything. So if no one sees you stealing anything, I can loot with impunity. Do they have any value? Doesn't say. Yeah, I don't particularly care. Vlish everywhere. So I should be unlocking my own Vlish soon, in which case I can add a new name to the cycle. Oh, well, it's going to Mera. Looks like where we're meant to go. You enter the city of Mera, the capital of this province. The Mera was taken over by the Shapers about 3 centuries ago, but this settlement looks like it dates to well before then. Although the Shapers have built many impressive structures to put their mark on the city, traces of the tribesmen who lived in the Mera still remain. You see the occasional odd insignia on a wall or sign in an unfamiliar tongue. You look at the streets and buildings, trying to see if any of them awaken some of your lost memories. Nothing seems familiar. You don't think that you have been here before. Mera is very crowded. Citizens, refugees, and creations roam the streets. It is an anxious place. The streets are surprisingly quiet. Conversations take place in whispers, and everyone takes pains not to stand out. Although it's hard to eavesdrop and learn more about what is happening, you do hear who the topic of many of the conversations is. Councillor Astoria, Shaper leader of the Mera. She is currently in the city. Okay. Well, let's find a shop and unload this burden of gold we're carrying. Elite warrior. Yeah, not worth going to. Not worth being killed for. Here you go, someone with a name will normally have something to give you. The innkeeper is a greying, exhausted woman. Decades of dealing with merchant caravans have left her used to large, rowdy crowds, but the addition of refugees has made her job very difficult. Still, she deals with her job by moving very quickly and insulting and berating anyone who dares complain about the slow service. She frequently bellows commands to a trio of refugees she has hired to help her out. Eventually, she gets around to helping you. "I'm closer," she says. "What do you want? Make it quick." Okay, what have you got for sale? Nothing useful. Can I get a room? Probably not. All full, even in the common room. Got a flood of refugees. Come in. Spend some of their money for lodgings while looking for work. They give up and move on. Hopefully, they go back to the city before they give their money. I can't even read this quickly. No bed for here. Sorry, try again tomorrow. What do I want to know? Love leisurely chat. Yeah, she's no good. Denner, however, may have something to give me. There is a woman sitting in the shadows at the back corner of the inn. She is dressed in a leather jerkin, and a loaded baton hangs from her belt. There are a lot of rough types here right now. She is unafraid. She motions you to sit when you get close and offers you a drink. Words travels around. I know about you. I know some things you don't. My name's Denner. I have something to offer. Something you want. What are you offering? I was in the White Spires before it was sealed up, about 3 years ago. About that time there was some gossip. Someone had been brought there for research. Someone who bore signs of heavy shaping. So much that the brain had been affected. No knowledge, no memory. I left soon after that, but not before picking up some notes of great interest. I don't know for sure, but I hear rumours of a new agent of Rawal's coming from these mountains. Someone nobody has heard of. Someone who appears to be highly confused much of the time. I started to wonder, and then I waited for you. Just a few papers from the Foundry Corps, something I was sent to find. Something about Rawal's research. Experiments in making creations that could control someone's mind. I was looking for papers on that. I just happened to also get some papers on this mystery person at the same time. Just serendipity. Yeah, what's it going to cost me? And I would like to show them to you. But I'm a trader. To get these papers, I will need something from you. And what do you want? You are allowed to enter Hariakel. Unusual. Useful. There is a shaping laboratory there. It is unusually well stocked. Find the supply cabinets. I want 4 vials of powder from them. They will be marked with letters and numbers. She describes the codes of the 4 vials she wants. Don't touch, taste, or inhale them. Not the slightest amount. Obtain them without being seen, and return them to me. You will learn what I want, what I know. She returns to her drink. Okay. Well, curiosity. I'm going to break a few rules. Might go check it out. Coins, no idea what that does. And some submission dawns. 30 gold, that's not bad. Yeah, nothing there. Alrighty. Go wading through the rubbish. An animal skin. Jeff Vogel has an obsession with hiding things in rubbish tips. This is the Hall of Appeals, a standard presence in any major Shaper settlement. Outsiders can come here to beg a representative of Shapers for aid. Help with brigands, medical assistance, and charity are common appeals. A visit to the Hall of Appeals almost always involves two things: a very long wait and a rejection of one's request. Not many humans joined the creations in their rebellion against Shaper rule. For the ones who did, resentment of the Halls of Appeals is a large part of the reason. There is not currently a throng of desperate outsiders here. The hall is closed. There's only one person here right now, an agent escorted by her creations. Is that... oh no, I thought that might have been the Shaper, top Shaper. Agent Michelin. The agent doesn't seem to notice you. She paces distractedly about the Hall of Appeals. She mutters, "All these outsiders, coming with their petty problems. Don't they realise that we're at war? Can't they look after themselves?" Then she looks at you. But you do not come to Agent Michelin with a petty request, do you? You don't need me to cure your gout or calm your nervous cow. You are an envoy of forces far away, like me, yes? Know of you? What if your existence left the White Spies ahead of you? The 7 of the Council spend as much time fretting about each other as the enemy. Yes, anyone of actual importance here knows about Rawal's new agent. You should not be working for that creature Rawal, of course, but I suspect that he has left you no choice. She lightly puts her hand on the polished wood throne and looks at the Shaper symbols on the wall behind it, lost in thought. You tell me more about Rawal. Where Councillor Astoria would surrender to the rebels, Rawal has simply left the battlefield. Now he seeks to increase his wealth and influence, thinking to one day rule the wreckage left by the war. He is constantly finding new servants, using his bizarre new creations to command them. I do not envy you. Are there any councils you approve of? General Alwan to the south. He is determined to fight the war for as long as it takes and to gain a total victory. Even if he has to kill every single living thing in Terrestria, larger than a flea, to do it. I admire his dedication. Agent Michelin reaches out and touches your chest. She concentrates silently for a few moments. What a horrible thing he has made. If the council were stronger, he would be punished for this abomination. Of course, grab it and pull. Of course, the hole it would leave in your heart would be fatal. I suspect that this is not what you desire. It would take a Shaper with skills far beyond mine to free you, and none would help you unless they had a real reason to do so. Okay. You're trying to hire someone. You are a suspect creature. I would not rely upon you beyond this simple exchange of information. Okay. Well, see you later. She has told me, though. Probably going to have to ally myself with one of the factions to get rid of that thing in my chest. Alrighty, north is Harriakel. I'm not going to go there just yet. I will continue exploring, but I actually think the exploring is going to have to continue next episode. So this is where I'm going to call it for now. Thank you very much, and see you next time.